Hi, I'm Beth Alcazar, Associate Editor with the USCCA. Today we're thinking about a scenario in which you're going to your hotel room, but in the corridor is someone else. And we're asking you, what would you do? So this is actually a scenario that happened to me just the other day. I had just gotten out of the elevator and I was about to turn down the corridor to go to my room when out of the corner of my eye, I noticed a gentleman standing very near where the hallway tees and starts to go either to the right or the left. Now, the elevator doors had just closed behind me, so that took away one of my options, which could have easily been just get back in, go down to the main floor, and if I really felt threatened, I could tell someone or I could do something about it. But here are some things to consider as you're thinking about what you would do in this scenario. First and foremost, I am a female, and whether we like it or not, females are the more victimized gender. So if you're a guy and you're going through the same scenario, you might think, I wouldn't even think twice about some other guy standing there. But for a female, we can't help but wonder, what is this guy up to? Why is he just standing there in the hallway? Of course, having good situational awareness is the first thing that's going to act in my favor. And along with that, one of the things that I can do to really figure out and decipher what's happening is to look for body language and to look for any cues that might give away what his intent is. Now, granted, this gentleman might have been standing there waiting for a family member. Maybe he was going to head to the elevator, but wanted to wait behind for a spouse, a loved one, a friend, a child. I don't know these things, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at his body language. This gentleman happened to be looking at his phone. So that tells me maybe he was indeed waiting on someone. But what if I had looked up and he gave eye contact and looked at me? That might have made me second guess what my next steps would be. Now, granted, my room was to the left and he was to the right, so it did give me some distance. And we do think about distance in these scenarios because we know the Tooler drill shows us that if someone had bad intent, a criminal could basically cover 21 feet in 1.5 seconds. Would that give me enough time to react and do whatever needed to be done to defend myself, whether that was somehow run or get out a weapon of some sort or unholster my gun? So that was one option, of course, was just to keep going, just to walk quickly. But then you also have to consider he might see exactly where my room is. Lots of different scenario things to consider, lots of different areas of this context to think about. But what would you do under these circumstances? I just walked to my room. Again, I saw the gentleman look at his phone. He did not make eye contact, and even when I turned around to make sure, he was not watching me. In other cases, I probably would have done something different. I may have quickly gone to my room, shut the door, and lock it. I might have contacted management, or I might have gone back to the elevator just to go back downstairs and ask for help. In any of these cases, we like to think about what the options would be before they ever happen. And of course, as always, we suggest avoid, escape, defend in that order every time. We always go through these different types of scenarios just for the opportunity to think ahead about what we might do in a scenario that makes us feel threatened or uncomfortable. So hopefully these help you as well think ahead for what you would do. If you like this training, definitely like, share, and subscribe to get lots of great tips and ideas for you in your life.